Today's video is going to be chatting about the zodiac sign Libra. It is now Libra season, so usually I do my makeup and talk about the sign and just chat about different traits and things like that about the sign, but today I just didn't really feel like filming my makeup, so I'm just going to be chatting about it, talk about a couple well-known people, and just chat about the sign like I said. If anybody was looking forward to the makeup portion, you can let me know and I could definitely do a look that's inspired by Libra, maybe something pink and romantic or something like that. Just let me know, but without further ado, we'll just jump into the video. So Libras are born from September 23rd to October 23rd, and they are ruled by the planet Venus. Venus is the planet of love and beauty and relationships and luxury, nice things, stuff like that. Taurus is also ruled by Venus. Libra is also the scales, that is their symbol. And I could be wrong, but I think that Libra is the only symbol that is not a human form or an animal form. It's actually an object, which is kind of interesting. But Libra's main demeanor is equality, fairness, justice, seeing both sides of things, peace, love, and harmony. With those scales, that's kind of what that will represent. I find a lot of Libra as well as Taurus risings tend to have really pretty faces, really symmetrical faces. And I guess that's just because Venus is in the forefront, as well as if you're a Libra, you got those scales, you got that balance, you got that symmetry. Libra is an air sign. Other air signs are Aquarius and Gemini, so they get really along well with them. There's some things that cross over with those signs, like a little bit of a detached vibe, super easy to talk to, very open-minded and big ideas and things like that. Libra is a cardinal sign. Aries, Capricorn, and Cancer are also cardinal signs, and those signs are kind of like the doers. They will start what they finish, kind of go-getters. Libra also rules the 7th house. The 7th house has to do with relationships with other people, and that can go from business relationships to friendships to marriage relationships. The 5th house rules dating. The 8th house rules a little bit more of marriage, kind of more of the ugly, aggressive side that will come out of you deep into relationships. But the 7th house can really tell you who you attract, the type of people you attract, the signs that might really take a liking to you, and also kind of things that you hate about yourself but that you project onto others. So 7th house is a very important house, and Libra also has a lot to do. Sorry for the noise. Ugh, it's so annoying. It's like construction. Libras are the same as well as the house, so they are very people-oriented, relationship-oriented, and really care about their relationships with others and really thrive when their relationships are in peace and harmony. Just for example, just to kind of give you a little bit of an explanation about the houses, it can be very, very confusing. I can make a whole separate video talking about the breakdown, but personally my 7th house is ruled by Pisces, so I tend to attract Pisces vibes and energies. My grandpa's a Pisces and my best friend is a Pisces, and they're like my two favorite people, and they just get me and I get them, even though I'm actually a Virgo, and that those signs are opposite. I tend to still pick up on Pisces traits, and especially in relationships. So some things about Libras. Libras are very chill people. They tend to keep their head pretty calm, keep their head above water. They don't really get into messy arguments with people. They're actually very, very non-confrontational. They do not like fighting with people, whether it's people they don't like or people they love. They do not like having confrontations. They don't want to have that uncomfortable moment. Sometimes this can come off as fake. Sometimes they might be that person that's kind of talking smack about somebody, and then when that person comes around, they actually act really cool towards them. You could call it fake, and in some cases it can be, but it also might just be a little bit of indecisiveness, a little bit of wishy-washiness, because they are so open to both sides, and so they want to please others. And so if you don't like someone, they might have your back with that, but then they actually really don't want to have a problem with that person, so they'll like not be totally mean to them. So this can get confusing, this can get frustrating, both in the aspect of that fakeness and when you're trying to confront them and they kind of don't let you confront them. I've had that happen. I'm trying to get to the bottom of something with a Libra and they make it to where you can't. and it's a little frustrating, but that's just the way they work. Sometimes they can hold grudges for a while. They don't want to, you know, put their wall back down once they've been hurt. I find that a lot of them are pretty forgiving and just really chill and laid back, and they usually let things go. So most things are pretty much not a problem, but when things do become a problem, try to be proactive with working things out with them, checking up on them, trying to get them to voice how they feel. I feel like a lot of Libras don't want to tell people, you know, if they're upset. They just don't want to cause problems for other people. They don't want to be an inconvenience, and they just don't want to have a fight. And I actually have my Venus in Libra, so I have a lot of Libra traits when it comes to Venus when it takes over me. For me in general, my Libra energy, I find that with friendships and relationships and just social settings in general, I really like to be agreeable. I like to talk to people about anything. I don't really give people crazy opinions. I really don't like to really give my opinion too much, because I know there's always opposing forces, and opinions are just my thoughts. It's a figment of my imagination, so why do I have to go tell other people how to think? That's how I kind of see it. And that's how I think a lot of Libras see it. Also the type of person where I want people around me to know how I feel without having to tell them how I feel, which is obviously not gonna happen. If I have a crush on someone or if I have a problem with someone, I want them to know what the heck is up. I don't want to have to say it. That can pretty much cause a lot of issues. Libras are known to be super flirty by nature, not by purpose, and so sometimes people think that they're into them and they're not. They're just nice and chatting with you at a party, you know. I would say that Libras are really good listeners. If you Google jobs for Libras, you might see counselor or judge or lawyer or something like that, because they are very unbiased. It's making me sad. Libras are super loyal and caring. They're really good friends. Sometimes they can come off like they don't care or very nonchalant towards you if they're distracted or uninterested. I've definitely talked to some and been trying to have a conversation or get advice or something, and they kind of will just be like, haha, yeah. Sometimes that's just how they are, but then there's other times where they can be super, super great listeners and give advice or help you out. My sister is a Libra and her mother-in-law is a Libra, and they're very giving, and my sister likes to give sentimental gifts, and she will make sacrifices, and she did in our childhood about things that I cared about that just didn't matter to her, and just super sweethearted. I feel like Libras just love being social and love being around people. I feel like they're not the most independent sign out there. I feel like a lot of Libras I know really base their happiness, contentment on like being in a relationship. If it's not being in a relationship, then maybe having a social life and hanging out with their friends all the time. They love romance, they love having a partner and all that stuff. Libras are super artistic. A lot of them are good at writing, drawing, painting, designing, fashion, all that kind of stuff. They also are really into aesthetics and beauty and really aesthetically pleasing things. They love beautiful images, beautiful bedrooms, beautiful clothes, beautiful brands, beautiful skin, beautiful people, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, the planet that rules them is all about that, so they definitely have a love for that. I think that although Libras really do enjoy peace and harmony in their life, they can be a little messy. They're the type of people that might, not take the clothes out of their suitcase after vacation for a couple weeks, or let the laundry sit for a while, give it a week in the dryer, let it rest before they fold and put it away, stuff like that. I'm a super OCD-ish kind of Virgo, so that's me just being a little harsh, but that's just something I've noticed in contrast to my ways. I'm so mad. So I'm just gonna go ahead and name off some of the celebrities and well-known people, and you'll definitely see that these people don't fit the Libra description of being super, timid and non-confrontational and non-opinionated and stuff. These people are actually very, very out there. So, I don't know what other planets they deal with, or maybe they're just a very, very strongly developed Libras that know how to speak their mind but I'll just go ahead and start naming them. We've got Eminem, Confucius, Snoop Dogg, Kelly Ripa, Matt Damon, Joan Cusack, Sharon Osbourne, Roddy Ricch, A$AP Rocky, John Lennon, T-Pain, Kim K, Putin, Will Smith, Cardi B, Gwen Stefani, Halsey, Bella Thorne, Bruno Mars, John Mayer, Usher, Amber Rose, Avril Lavigne, Hilary Duff, Ashanti, Zach Galifianakis, and I know I ruined that, so I'm sorry. Julie Andrews, Simon Cowell, Nick Cannon, Christina Milian, Bruce Springsteen, Donald Glover, and Lil Wayne. So, like I said, those people don't come off that Libra to me, at least not a lot of them. We've got some very flirtatious people in there. We got Usher, John Mayer, Amber Rose. We got a few political people, you know, Confucius. We got some leaders type of people in there. Yeah, that's that on those peoples. So that's all I got for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Give it a thumbs up if you know a Libra, love a Libra, like a Libra, are a Libra. And please make sure that you are subscribed so you don't miss out on any other future videos and the Scorpio video and all of that good stuff. I appreciate you for watching this video and getting all the way through, and I'm sending you all the love and all of the good vibes. I hope you have a great day, and I'll catch you real soon in my next video. Peace out.